Have you ever had a potential client say, "We only have $500," or "Actually, if you do this for cheaper, we will come back with a lot of work and a lot of projects for you in the future"? Well, this is the video devil luring you into something that you will regret later. So never ever accept a proposal like this. Why do I know? Because I grew my own video agency from zero to over $40,000 per month. And I was once at a point where I got offered a bag of candy in return for a video. And that was the tipping point for me, because that was when I realized why most companies actually do offer these kind of things. And it got me to realize how I should sell my value, my worth, instead of just my time and my days. And once I started doing that, I actually grew the revenue of my company tremendously. Today, my video agency charges an average of $15,000 per video. And in this video, I'll show you exactly how you can too. First of all, if you're working with smaller businesses, like an example, wedding planners that are typically one-man shows or one-woman shows, I highly suggest you switch to a different niche right now where there are bigger companies. Because if you want to grow your revenue, if you want to make more money with your video business, you need to follow the money. And this might sound ridiculous to you and you're like, nah, but I'm not a money person, whatever. But ultimately, if you want to have an easier life, if you want to have more freedom and want to be able to make decisions that other people can't, then you need money for that. So it's easiest to just get into the way of the cash flowing, because cash, like money, is like energy. It flows around the world and you just literally need to stand in front of it and take your part. So when you choose a niche, when you choose kind of companies that you want to work with, go after the niches where actually big companies exist so you can take more money. Now, if you're watching this video, you're most likely charging hourly rates or daily rates. And I was there too. I did the exact same thing. But the problem is it doesn't really make sense. And I'll give you an example for that. Let's say there is a huge mansion, okay? It's symmetrically built. There is a left side and a right side. And let's say it has two toilets, one on the left side, one on the right side. And unfortunately, at the same time, both toilets break. So now the owner of this mansion has to call a plumbing company. And this plumbing company says, yeah, we can come and fix it today, but we only have time to fix one. So the owner calls another plumbing company and this company says the exact same thing. They say, well, we don't really have time to do more than one today. So he says, okay, cool, let's just hire both. What are your prices? And they both say $150 per hour, okay? So it's not the cheapest plumbing company. Now, let's say both of these plumbing companies send their craftsman to the mansion. Now, one plumbing company sends the intern and the other plumbing company sends the expert that hasn't been doing anything else than plumbing for the last 30 years. Now, this intern is gonna take 4 hours to repair the toilet, while the expert only takes 1 hour. That means the expert company gets paid $150 because they took 1 hour, and the intern company actually gets paid $450 because they took 3 hours to do it. Is that fair? Like, the actual expert who is better at plumbing gets paid a third of what the company gets paid that sent the intern? That doesn't make any sense. And once I started realizing that, I was like, it doesn't make any sense to let people pay for my time, because if I get more efficient, if I get better at what I'm doing, I get punished. Because right then I make less money. And yes, I could increase my hourly rate. Yes, I could increase my daily rate, but at some point, it's not going to be accepted by the market anymore. Nobody's going to pay you $500 for your hour, right? You're not a lawyer. So therefore you have to find other ways. And that way is value-based pricing. So now that you know this, you see where this is going. Your clients don't see the value of your time. Therefore, they're not willing to invest thousands and thousands of dollars, even $10,000, $15,000 for one single video, because it just doesn't make sense to them. It's like, why should I pay somebody for their time so much if I'm making less than them, right? So what you really need to do is you need to hop on a call with every potential client and you need to find out, why do they even want to produce a video? What is the reasoning behind it? What is their motivation? And you really want to dive deep. You want to understand why they have a specific goal, and you want to tickle their egos a little bit. You want to tickle their egos and find out, like, what is it that really motivates them to go after this goal? Is it a personal reason? If yes, that's always the best, because then they will pay more. If it's just a logical reason that they want to grow the company, whatever, then of course this is where value-based pricing can be applied too. But really find out, what is their motivation? What are the goals they want to achieve? And then once you know their goal, once you know their motivation, you offer a price that is based on the value you add to their business. So based on the value you add to them personally because they want to achieve that goal, instead of a price that is attached to your time. And actually, fun fact, a couple of years ago there was a wine experiment done. So a couple people got tested. They were presented with 3 different wines. One that was $10 a bottle, one that was $50 a bottle, and one that was $100 a bottle. And all of these people got to test these wines, and these experts wanted to find out like which wine is the absolute best, okay? So they let people test them all, they let them drink it a little bit, and then after that they asked them, okay, so which one do you feel like is the best? And 100% of participants all said the most expensive wine was the best one. Now, interestingly enough, in all these bottles, there was the same wine. The only difference was the price. So people perceive a higher price as more value. They see, okay, this costs more, so therefore this must be better, even though it's the exact same thing. So you can literally increase your prices and do value-based pricing, and your clients will feel like your videos are better, even though they're still the same videos, right? But the more they pay, the more they feel like it has value to them. So now that you've come this far in watching this video, you have to take action. First of all, start selling your value instead of your time and increase your prices. These are the key takeaways from this video, and you should implement them in your video business right now. By the way, if you want to grow your video business, if you want to get to $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 per month, I have something that could be interesting for you. Right in the description below this video, there's a link to a free video training where I explain the Video Business Academy consulting program. This is a program where we help videographers grow to $10,000 per month or add an additional $10,000 per month within 60 to 90 days. And we have a 100% success guarantee. So go watch that video right now, and who knows, we might see each other on the inside.